Hello everyone. My name is Kumar Gaurav
My name is Bhavyashri.
and welcome back to our channel Let's Practice Together. So today in our coding challenge series, I have taken one very important question from dynamic programming, that is 01 knapsack problem. So Bhavya, can you read the question for me?
Sure. You are given weights and values of n items. Put these items in a knapsack of capacity W to get the maximum total value in the knapsack. Note that we have only one quantity of each item. In other words, given two integer arrays val and weight, which starts from 0 to n minus 1, which represent values and weights associated with n items respectively. Also given an integer w, which represents the knapsack capacity. Find out the maximum value subset of val such that sum of the weights of this subset is smaller than or equals to w. You cannot break an item, either pick the complete item or don't pick it.
That is
Zero
zero
one
one
property.
property. Yes. So what it means, like if they given suppose one weight is 8 kg and value is 4. So you can't say
Huh.
okay, I have to take 4 kg and then the value will reduce to 2. You can't break it. Okay,
Huh.
so let's go to example
Okay.
number one and we will see again. Like okay, so here they have given two arrays, values and weight, and capital W is nothing but the representation of total capacity. Okay,
Hmm.
so if I will take the first value, then the capacity will become 4, which is equivalent to the total capacity. That
Huh.
means you can choose one and only one. Okay, so suppose
Huh.
I didn't choose one, I have choose two. So if I will choose two,
Huh.
then the total capacity will 5, which is
Huh.
greater than the total capacity they have allowed. That means we can't take two,
Hmm.
but we can take three alone. Like then the weight will be one, which is less than the total capacity. Okay, and according to the question, we have
Okay.
to find the maximum value of the subset. So
Huh.
here the maximum value is three, right? Because we have
Yeah.
only two choices, one or three. So we can choose only three.
Hmm.
That's why output is three. Correct? Understood the
Huh.
question?
Yeah,
So tell me
understood.
what will be your approach to solve this problem?
Okay. We can solve this using recursive method where we will traverse by keeping two choices. In first choice I will include the weight and in second choice I will exclude the weight.
Hmm.
And we will see which one will return the maximum value.
Okay. Can you elaborate it? Like by giving the example or just dry run how you will solve this example number one?
Okay. So first we will take one empty list
Hmm.
to add or include the element or exclude the weight.
Okay.
So first we will include the value 1 and whose weight is 4, which is equals to W. So we won't get any further choice from this iteration.
Okay.
So and one more we can do without including the 1, which will become empty by
Hmm.
now. And here we can see in empty we will have more choices to include or not. So we will include 2.
Okay.
Here weight given is 5, which is greater than the given total capacity,
Hmm.
which means we cannot include this in our knapsack, and which we will
And neither you
without
can
include.
have more choices from that one.
Huh.
Okay.
And one more without including 2.
Hmm.
So we will get one more empty list. And here we will get one more choice to include 3 or not to include 3. If we include 3,
Hmm.
then the given weight is 1, which is less than the given capacity.
Okay.
So we will include it into our knapsack.
And as you completed the whole array, like 1, 2, 3, you chose everything. That means no further
Huh.
iteration or anything.
N will become end.
Okay. So now you
So
have two
in
choices, one or three.
among these two, we have to return the maximum, which is 3 is maximum among the 1 and 3. So we will return the 3.
Perfect. Now in this example only, let's suppose like total capacity is not 4 but 5. So what will be the change in your
Okay.
dry run or in your elaboration?
So here we seen like before it is equals to total weight 4, but
Hmm.
now we have one more choice, like we can include one more quantity, like
Okay. One
5
more
they
item.
given, so
Huh.
we can add. Huh. So we will get one more choice. We can have choices here,
Okay.
like to include 2,
So 1
which,
comma
which
2.
will become 1 comma 2,
Hmm.
which will become 9 capacity, total capacity,
Yes.
which is greater than the given capacity.
That is
So
5 I
we
said.
won't include. Huh.
Huh.
Like if we add both the values, then it will become 9, which is greater than the our total capacity. So we won't include this one.
Okay.
And one more we will have like without including 2, which
Okay.
will be only 1,
Hmm.
same as previous, which is less than W.
Hmm. Perfect.
Huh. And then for this we will be having one more choice, like we can include or not. We can include 3 or not.
Okay.
If we include 3, 1 comma 3,
Hmm.
then total weight will become 5, which is equals to total capacity. So we can include it.
Perfect. So now for
So
5 you
here,
have two choices.
huh,
Or you have many choices. Like 1 can also be the answer because that is also less than 5. 3 can also be answer. 2 can also be answer. As well as 1 comma 3. That means 1 plus 3. 4 will be the answer, right?
huh,
Okay. So it is showing like you have the perfect clarity for this question, right?
huh.
So just start writing the code. Let's see like how you will do that in coding.
Okay.
So what you will do in your program?
So we will do by recursion.
Hmm.
So first we will think of base condition.
Okay.
So we what I was thinking, instead of adding the weight into the by taking one more space,
Variable, huh?
we can directly subtract each weight from the total weight, and when the weight will become 0, then we will return it.
Perfect. So your base condition will be
And also if W,
hmm.
capital W, is equals to 0, or we will also check length of the array is not equal to 0, then also we will return.
Okay. So if n equals to
We
0
will
or
return
w
0.
equals to 0, you will return 0. Okay,
Huh.
after that,
And we will check
hmm.
here. If weight of n minus 1, we will traverse from last here.
Okay,
So if weight of n minus 1 is less than or equals to given total capacity,
hmm.
then we will return the maximum of
Maximum
by
among the two
including or
choices. Okay,
huh. So
S-
return maximum
maximum.
of. So we will include value here. So we will add
Hmm. So you will again call the
value.
same recursive function, correct? Knapsack.
Uh,
So maximum value of n minus 1 plus.
as here we are including the value, we will decrease from weight
Okay.
total capacity. So here W minus
Hmm.
weight of n minus 1.
Okay.
And weight will array of weight and value array will be same as this, and n will be n also will reduce.
Reduce. Perfect.
This is by including. And now one more we will call
Huh?
without like excluding.
Okay. So that means same.
Huh.
But in first
But
parameter, there will be
we
no
won't.
decrease the weight. Correct. So W, WT, val and n minus
But
1 will.
n will
Huh.
decrease.
Perfect.
And if it is equals to like if it is greater, we will just skip it.
Okay. So else.
Else written.
Hmm.
I'm like without excluding what we written, same we will write here.
Okay. So perfect. It seems like too easy question. If you understood the logic, that means this coding
Huh.
is not hard. Okay, just
Huh.
compile and run. Let's see what error you will get. So first error you will get of the function name, that there is no function name called knapsack. Why? Because s is capital in the question
Okay.
they given, but you written s is small. You can't change that s
Huh.
because that s will be called with Main function. Yes, so you can't
Main.
change the function name. And one more at last line, number 19. Perfect. Now compile and run. So it should give the value 3 as the answer. For example, number 1. So yes, you are
Huh.
getting correct output. So just submit the code.
Okay.
So 1210 test cases and your code is passing 1142 and time limit exceed. So in recursion, if you are solving any dynamic programming question by using recursion, then obviously you will get
Hmm.
the time limit exceed. So tell me how you will overcome from this time limit exceed problem.
So here we are recursing every element again and again. So we will check if we will store one array like
Hmm.
DP. We will store the value of each recursive method.
Okay. Like in your
And
diagram, what you written downside in the editor, you can see 1
huh,
equals to 4 equals to w. That is the calculation you have already did. But again and again you have to
huh,
calculate for 1 again whenever you are encountering
huh,
it. So
huh,
what you have to do, you have to just memorize it. Like if any time you have
yeah,
encountered 1, then just memorize the value of the weight. So we
huh,
don't have to call the recursive function to calculate again and again. Because for a smaller problem it is no problem, but if the question is too large, then
huh,
the same things will be repeated again and again, which is time taking.
huh.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just write the code, how you will do that memorization part.
Okay. First we will take globally
Hmm.
like one D 2D array.
Okay.
Here we can see the constraints given n is 1000 and w is 1000.
Hmm.
So we will take one more than the given one.
Okay. Hmm. Because index will start from 0 to 1000.
Huh.
Huh. Then.
And we will take one more helper function to keep everything in that to
Oh,
do recursion.
okay.
Same like knapsack only we will just take help function
Hmm.
which will be same parameters.
So just copy this whole thing.
Huh.
You can copy this whole function and paste and then just change the name of the function. Okay, no problem. You did it. So just cut and paste.
Huh. Here we will just initialize that 2D array
Okay.
with -1.
Okay.
So we will copy this everything into helper function
Mm-hmm.
and here we will initialize. By using memset we can do it.
Okay. And if you are using
With
any
minus
another language, then simply what you have to do, you have to just define one 2D array and define each and every element as -1.
huh.
Hmm. So now you
So
will
again
call the help
we
function.
will check it. Huh.
That will be return help function, right? Directly.
Huh. Huh.
So return help and then all parameter. Perfect. So wt val and n.
Hmm.
Okay. So now convert this recursive function to memorization function.
Huh. So here first we will check in base condition like if the 2D array contains the value not equals to -1
Hmm.
matlab
For
if
that
we
w
if
and
it
n.
huh
Okay. So right for n and w. Okay. If
not
that is
equals
not
to
equals to minus
-1
1, that means you have
then
already
return
calculated it, so you will return that value.
huh
Okay. Hmm. Otherwise, because for the first time that value will be not stored.
huh and we will first store it whenever we are returning it we will store it in the DP.
Okay, and then you will return it. Perfect.
Huh.
And same thing you have to do
Then
in else part also.
huh.
So just by adding this one line, you can convert your recursive function to a memorization method. And I think now if you compile and run, it will show the same answer 3 only. And now if you'll submit it, then okay, you are getting an error. So let's decode the error. What is the error? So NW, W is capital I think, but you have written in small, so that's why.
Okay.
So instead of changing that three times, okay, whatever, you did it. So change it and downside also,
Uh,
and at last return also. Now compile and run. So now you will get your output 3. Perfect. So now if you submit the code, then this will pass your time limit exceed problem. So now your all the test
okay.
cases will pass. No, time limit exceeded in first only. So what you did wrong? Say me. So I think you can see where is the problem, Bhavya.
Uh-huh,
Just
huh.
debug it what you did wrong. Very silly mistake.
Yeah. Here I just copy pasted the code from here and I forgot to change the function name.
Exactly. So instead of knapsack, now your function is help, which is recursive function.
Help. Huh.
Perfect. So just change help and there also change help and downside also change the knapsack to help. Okay. So now you can see why the time limit exceeded, not the answer, but answer is correct. Why? Because knapsack has been called again and again, and that knapsack is
Huh.
calling help function. So your code is somehow good, correct, but obviously it will time
Hmm.
limit. It will go to infinite time. So now just compile and run.
Okay.
In this question only you should have, in this example number 1 only you should have get the time limit, but ठीक है, just submit the code now. So now
Okay.
I think everything is perfect. You have did the memorization also correctly, and now your all test cases will be passed. Hope so. So let's see. It's taking time. So I hope you understood all the logic, right?
Huh.
There is one more method from which you can do, that is top to down approach or bottom to top approach.
Okay.
Okay, but I will say, like, I will suggest you, like, if you know the recursion method and if you know how to
Hmm.
change that recursive method to memorization, then nothing else you have
Huh.
to do. That is only perfect and sufficient.
Okay.
Okay, so I think there is net problem or anything. So let's
I
see
think.
again. Okay, so now your all test cases passed. So problem solved successfully. Perfect.
Huh.
So we will meet again in the next question. Till then, stay blessed, stay safe, and keep coding. Thank you.